Not long after, Mjolnir appeared on the high platform. So the male lead went up to watch the scenery with Mjolnir. By the way, they chatted and talked about Mjolnir's life. It turns out that Mjolnir is a mixed-blood elf. Before they were elves, they lived in a place called the Alder Forest. Mjolnir's mother is a curious and strong person. She yearned for the outside world and ran out to play. As a result, when she came back, she was pregnant with an unknown child. Mjolnir died soon after she gave birth. Mjolnir's growth rate is different from other elves. In addition, Mjolnir can't stay there because of her mother. So Mjolnir became an adventurer in the human world. But humans can't be trusted. In another adventure, a partner chose to poison and kill others in order to take the treasure. But Mjolnir killed the poisoner with his strong willpower. Then he fainted near the village and was saved by an old lady. It was the spirit that the male lead stole from before. Next, it was the time to rob the village and meet the male lead. Mjolnir was very grateful to the male lead for saving the village, and expressed his hope in the male lead's hand. He begged the guardian of the light goddess. The male lead said no problem. Then he held a ritual for Mjolnir. In the end, the male lead and Mjolnir returned to the village to celebrate this victory. The male lead was also very fortunate to make the first friend in his life. The man didn't expect the outside world to be so powerful. He just released a protective magic. He was able to resist the fatal blow of the dragon. No one dared to touch Mjolnir for 200 years. The male lead used brute force to break Mjolnir's skin. This exaggerated fighting power made everyone afraid. Even the leader regarded him as a threat. It turned out that not long ago, the male lead solved the village occupied by the devil. Because the village's housing and other places were severely damaged, it was necessary to go to the town to buy supplies. At this time, Mjolnir said that there was a trading city called White Mountain in the north of the mainland. You can buy the necessary goods there. So the male lead and Mjolnir set off. On the way, they were still talking about how delicious the local seafood in the city was. But they didn't expect to hear someone begging for help the next second. Following the sound, they found a big star grabbing a businessman's box. Mjolnir told him to throw the box away. But the businessman didn't listen. There was no way for Mjolnir to pick up the stone and smash it into the big star. He planned to divert his attention. The big star was enraged and chased him directly. Mjolnir was so scared that he didn't know what to do. But he didn't expect the male lead to stand up and block the way of the big star. Facing this wild animal, the male lead just stared at him fiercely. The strong aura scared the big star to run away. Mjolnir, who was scared to fall to the ground, looked at the male lead with admiration. He kept praising his big brother. This sudden enthusiasm made the male lead a little confused. But Mjolnir didn't care. He introduced himself as Robina. He is a famous poet, and the old man is a traveling businessman named Antonio. The purpose of this trip is to go to the White Mountain City. At the same time, he thanked the male lead for saving them. The male lead and Mjolnir also introduced themselves. Mjolnir was still eating flowers next to him. He thought that the stupid male lead was a hidden treasure. There was a temperament that made him look special. He was curious about everything about the male lead. At this time, Mjolnir praised the male lead, by the way. Don't look at this guy being silly. In fact, he is very good at martial arts. At least he won't get close to a beast like him. Mjolnir praised his big brother. The male lead was a little embarrassed. He felt that everyone's eyes were a little too close. At this time, Mjolnir asked if he could go with the male lead. Of course, he would pay the corresponding reward. The hired bodyguard was scared away by Mjolnir. Now there are only the two of them. Mjolnir felt that it was a smooth thing, so he agreed quickly. Not long after, the male lead and Mjolnir passed by a city. Robina was lively. She jumped on the high platform and planned to show her talent to the passers-by. By the way, she earned some money, and Mjolnir started her own business. At this time, a little girl's arm was injured. Mjolnir healed it with healing magic after seeing it. The little girl was very grateful and wanted to repay Mjolnir. Mjolnir said it didn't matter. If you really don't want to go, you can go to the merchant to buy something. So the little girl bought a bracelet and said it was good. At this time, Robina suddenly came to invite the male lead to the banquet. Because Mjolnir felt that the male lead was good and could attract business. And the banquet was also a one-stop for Mjolnir. You can sing and you can sell things. In this way, Mjolnir and the group of people ran in every village. They made money and walked north for more than 10 days. Finally, came to the wheat road. It's getting late. So Mjolnir and the group of people planned to rest here today. Just walked into the room. Mjolnir and Robina said they were in a good mood today. Can sing for free to everyone, just when everyone was hesitating about what to listen to. Robina said that the three heroes who killed the king were good. It's a song that praises the war ghost and the fifth god's love. The male lead was a little shocked after listening to it. After all, this is a song that praises his three masters. He asked Robina to sing for himself. At this time, Robina said that Mjolnir was good and could attract business. Then, Robina started to sing with all his heart. Mjolnir also listened very seriously, looking forward to the legend story of the teacher before. The story of this song is a journey of the three of them. When they passed a border village, found that the dragon was attacking the village, and the villagers can only offer a beautiful half-elf as a tribute to the dragon. In order to avoid a disaster, Mjolnir wants to help. Mjolnir refused without revenge, but Mjolnir has been silent. This is because Mjolnir found them and asked them to defeat the dragon with money. Mjolnir also despised the money too little, but Mjolnir has decided, if the money is not enough, he can sell it to the slave business. Mjolnir felt that Mjolnir was very rich, so he planned to help him. The time came to the day of the elf trap, just when the dragon was about to eat Mjolnir. The mage Mjolnir used magic to subdue the dragon, but he didn't expect that he would be beaten by the dragon after a while. It didn't look good. The elf Mjolnir used holy light magic to stun him. Just at the moment Mjolnir fell to the ground. Mjolnir rushed forward to cut Mjolnir's head, and Mjolnir gave them a bag of money. As a token of travel, hope they can be strong. Mjolnir and elf dare not accept such a valuable gift. But Mjolnir said that this is not a free gift. This is an investment on you. When you are far away in the future, you have to pay me back with interest. Use the real name of the sage as a code. I will find someone to get it from you later. Faced with such a great favor, Mjolnir and elf said that they would pay them back more than once. The story ends here. But Mjolnir said that there is a sequel to this story. That is, there is a half-elf grandmother. Can still be waiting in the Beaujolais house, waiting for the day when the messenger of the sage's real name visits. And the song of the hero is also to praise them. At this time, Robina suddenly found that the master seemed to have cried. The master also quibbled that he did not cry. Robina sighed that you must have cried because my story was too good. Mjolnir next to her thoughtless. And Mjolnir was extremely happy. I didn't expect that in this world. There are so many people who remember their three teachers. The next morning, Mjolnir was practicing shooting outside. At this time, the merchant walked over with a cup of tea. He wanted to ask what Mjolnir's life goal was. Because you not only have a strong heart and a broad mind. And he also made a mistake. It's like the sage in the fairy tale. Mjolnir said that he just released a new song. Still want to know more about this world. In this process, you should be able to find your goal. Now I want to make some good friends. The merchant was confused and asked Mjolnir, "Isn't that your friend?" The master explained that although the relationship looked good, but he never admitted that we were friends. They just think I'm a high-ranking sage. Treat me like a god. Merchant Wenyan also had no choice but to laugh directly. It turns out that this is the trouble of the big boss. Next, Mjolnir and Mjolnir ate breakfast together. After eating and drinking enough, they began to set out. On the way, the merchant gave Mjolnir the knowledge of the White Mountain City. It means that the lord of the city is a martial arts double. The policy of the White Mountain City can be carried out smoothly. This time, Mjolnir pulled Mjolnir, said to take him to see the scenery he found. Then Mjolnir saw the panoramic view of this bustling city. This is the city guarded by teachers. It's so beautiful. Mjolnir's group of people are finally at the bottom of the White Mountain City. This city is very well managed. Entering and leaving the city does not need to check, nor does it need to go through. Mjolnir said that since Mjolnir came for the first time, just enjoy it. After saying that, he took Mjolnir to go shopping. This is the largest market in the city. You can buy all kinds of things. Here is the most popular market now. Mjolnir Wenyan was a little surprised. I didn't expect that there were already popular products here. It means that the people are already rich enough to pursue fashion. This city is really well managed. Then Mjolnir and his group came to the public bathroom. Mjolnir was a little excited. Finally, you can relax and take a bath. The water here is very clear and transparent. Mjolnir found that the water here is all through the effects of magic purification. Don't worry about what's dirty in it. After washing, Mjolnir is relaxed. Although it can maintain hygiene by purifying magic during the previous trip. But it's better to take a good bath. Nor also sighed that he hadn't taken a bath for a long time. After washing, it was really comfortable all over. Then they discussed together what to do next. Mjolnir said that he would definitely taste the food in this city next. Mjolnir seemed to have never eaten in his 8 lifetimes. He ate all the dishes on the plate directly. Ravena is also a group that Mjolnir can eat so well. It is known that Mjolnir has eaten delicious food for the first time since childhood. This exquisite fish soup is even more attractive to Mjolnir. After eating, Mjolnir planned to go to the local temple to greet, so they came to the main hall. It means that this must have cost a lot of money to build. It's too spectacular. Mjolnir said to everyone that he would go to save him. Let everyone wait a moment. Then Mjolnir walked into the temple alone. He saw a staff member, so he said hello to him. It means that he is a god of light and fire goddess. He specially came to greet. The staff is a bit embarrassed, because the light and fire goddess is a very rare god. According to the rules, other gods need to be greeted, And now the other gods are not here. Can't prove the identity of Mjolnir. Mjolnir is also helpless. But this is also reasonable. The gods who were sent by Mjolnir are very small. It is also regrettable to be questioned. After all, it may be disguised by the god of faith. At this time, Mjolnir came over to ask Mjolnir what he was doing. Mjolnir also expressed his opinion to him. Mjolnir is also ungrateful. Since the faith is almost extinct, I seriously suspect that you are suspicious. Mjolnir also knows that it is normal to be suspected. It means that he cannot prove his identity through the blessing of gods. Mjolnir said something to Mjolnir again. This thing is not just for show. It's not just for use, especially you, the god of fortune. Don't take it personally. Mjolnir also thought of the teacher's teaching. It means that he is not mature enough to be taught. Then Mjolnir asked Mjolnir, what is the teaching of the light and fire goddess? Mjolnir fluently answered. Mjolnir only realized that Mjolnir was telling the truth, so he asked the staff to register his name on the name list. By the way, take him to know Mjolnir, and don't make trouble. Just remember to give the money to Mjolnir. After saying that, he left. Then Mjolnir followed the staff to visit Mjolnir. But Mjolnir said something to Mjolnir. Mjolnir said that Mjolnir always ate and drank. Mjolnir was not only angry, but also complained. Mjolnir hoped that Mjolnir would not spread rumors. Mjolnir didn't expect that Mjolnir's reputation was so bad. Then Mjolnir and his group came to the guest room prepared by Mjolnir. They planned where to go next. Mjolnir said that there was a place recommended by Mjolnir, but Mjolnir didn't expect that there was a situation outside. Mjolnir hurriedly came to the window to check. He found a dragon flying outside. Mjolnir was deliberately destroying the city. The army didn't have time to support. The civilians were badly injured. Mjolnir ran away. Mjolnir came to the top of the building alone. He found that the dragon was deliberately destroying the civilized city. The masters had a hard time guarding it. Mjolnir was angry for a moment. He released high-level magic, but he didn't expect that he couldn't hit the dragon. You should know that this is the farthest magic Mjolnir has ever shot. Mjolnir was a little anxious. Since this is the case, he kept shooting until it hit the target. This time, Mjolnir stopped Mjolnir's stupid behavior. Don't just release high-level magic. You have to pay attention to improve attack efficiency now. Mjolnir thought about it and felt that it made sense. So he called his companions to evacuate the crowd. He was planning how to knock down the dragon. On the other hand, the guards asked Mjolnir to evacuate to the basement. Mjolnir was worried about his own self. How could this happen? I'm afraid I'm going to die for hundreds of years this time. But he didn't expect to meet Mjolnir this time. This time, Mjolnir used the power of the spirit to release high-level magic. And Mjolnir directly applied the power of 4 languages, then released together. With high-level magic and Mjolnir's tracking magic. Just hit the dragon. He thought he would knock it down. I didn't expect the dragon to break free directly. He regarded Mjolnir as a threat and launched a direct counterattack. Mjolnir didn't panic at all. He prayed to the goddess to grant him a body that was not bad. The next second, Mjolnir used a protective shield to block the dragon's full attack. But it didn't last long. Mjolnir released a black fog to weaken the shield. Then Mjolnir broke the shield by brute force. Mjolnir quickly released the wind to knock down the dragon. When he saw the dragon fell to the ground, Mjolnir quickly used magic to bind the dragon, then a speed attack. In this way, Mjolnir easily killed the dragon. After that, he helped to do post-mortem work. After a while, a man came to Mjolnir. He said that Mjolnir wanted to see Mjolnir. Then Mjolnir and Mjolnir came to Mjolnir's house. They saw Mjolnir in town. Mjolnir asked politely. Mjolnir found out that Mjolnir would use ancient magic. He must be from a noble family. For the gentleman, Mjolnir said he didn't want to mention it. He hoped that Mjolnir would forgive him. Mjolnir said it didn't matter if he didn't want to say it. He wouldn't force him. So he opened the door and talked to Mjolnir. First of all, Mjolnir thanked Mjolnir very much. This sudden dragon attack didn't cause a more serious disaster. Mjolnir said that Mjolnir was serious. At the same time, Mjolnir hoped that Mjolnir would accept his reward. As long as it can satisfy you, Mjolnir said that he came from the South Forest. There are many villages that have been occupied by demons, so he hoped that Mjolnir could send troops to suppress the demons. Mjolnir was also very helpless. It's not that they didn't go to suppress the demons. It's because those places have a poisonous aura. Once ordinary people inhale, they will be poisoned and become ferocious. And now it's very difficult to maintain the village around. I hope Mjolnir can understand. Mjolnir said that his body can resist poison. So, can I ask Mjolnir for a favor? Allow me to form an adventurer and mercenary to suppress the demons. Mjolnir was a little surprised. Confirm to Mjolnir that you know what you are talking about. This idea can be seen as a threat to Mjolnir. Mjolnir said that he knew what he was doing. Instead of waiting for the tragedy to happen, why don't you take the initiative to eliminate the demons? After thinking about it, Mjolnir said to Mjolnir mercilessly, in that case, I have to consider whether to kill you. Mjolnir didn't expect it. He thought he could kill the demons with the blood-sucking sword given by his teacher. But he didn't expect that the task he was waiting for would be sudden. A strange demon suddenly appeared in the mountains. Mjolnir killed his companion in an instant. Seeing this scene, Mjolnir was completely blackened. He vowed to kill all the demons by himself. It turned out that not long ago, Mjolnir was questioned by Mjolnir because he wanted to lead troops to suppress the demons. He even wanted to find a chance to kill Mjolnir. Mjolnir had no choice but to use his true heart to defeat Mjolnir. Therefore, he eliminated Mjolnir's question. In order to make Mjolnir better in the future, Mjolnir planned to confirm Mjolnir as the Holy Knight. Faced with Mjolnir's requirements, Mjolnir was not as respectful as he should be. Then Mjolnir came to the adventurer meeting and issued his own commission. The content is to explore the Forest of Beasts. Although there are not many rewards, Mjolnir can gain fame and fame. However, Mjolnir can't guarantee that everyone can survive. Everyone is talking about Mjolnir. Only fools will accept this commission. Mjolnir doesn't have to go to the forest to eat. At this time, an uncle mocked Mjolnir as a coward and told Mjolnir to shut up. Mjolnir looked at Mjolnir through the source of the voice and found out that Mjolnir was very strong. Then Mjolnir asked Mjolnir if Mjolnir wanted to change the style of fear of death. Mjolnir is not a coward who is afraid of death. Mjolnir is willing to risk his life for a boring dream. Mjolnir said, "Yes, I am for this." Mjolnir's team members were interested in the moment. They asked Mjolnir what level of devil he was. If it was an ordinary bad guy, we wouldn't be fooled. Mjolnir said firmly that we were going to fight the devil. Mjolnir said, "This is a huge prey. It will take a lot of time to find the location. And if you are attacked by the devil by accident, you may die directly." Mjolnir said, "Indeed, this battle will be very fierce." Mjolnir hesitated for a moment and decided to join Mjolnir's team. Just eat and sleep. If there is a certain revenge, it will be better. Mjolnir's teammates also said they would join. Mjolnir said, "No problem. Leave it to me." After that, Mjolnir introduced himself politely. His name is William, and he shook hands with Mjolnir. Mjolnir also introduced himself, by the way. His name is Lestor. It was not early. Mjolnir's team members returned to the hotel. Mjolnir was not idle. Mjolnir changed Mjolnir's hero design into a poem. Mjolnir was a little embarrassed. He hoped that Mjolnir would not create my hero song in front of him. Mjolnir said, "There is nothing to care about in this world." Mjolnir had no choice but to accept this. The next day, Mjolnir conferred Mjolnir as the Holy Knight. He hoped Mjolnir would become the guardian of the human world and protect the poor people. Then Mjolnir took the sword and said that he must complete the goal. In this way, Mjolnir became the Holy Knight. 2.5 days later, Mjolnir set out on a journey under the approval of Mjolnir and led the carefree adventurers. In order to better defeat the demons, Mjolnir made the nearest village to the destination as a stronghold so that it could be convenient for future actions. Mjolnir's team is very large. It seems that Mjolnir values this action very much. The chief of the temple has arranged for Mjolnir some gods to heal the injured. And as long as Mjolnir knows that the demon or demon beast has appeared, he will send the adventurers led by Mjolnir to the temple. And every time the demon or demon beast, Mjolnir will kill it. As expected, Mjolnir's nickname is not a guide. Then Mjolnir asked if Mjolnir could kill the dragon with one blow. Mjolnir said that as long as it was within the range of attack, Mjolnir was confident that he might have found a good helper. Everything was going very well, but it didn't last long. On this day, Mjolnir brought bad news. The scouting team that went to the west has not returned yet. It is expected to return in 10 days. It's been 13 days now. They are very strong and may have encountered bad luck. Mjolnir also plans to find them. So he ordered the two teams that are good at exploring the forest to form a team and look for the lost team together. Not long after, Mjolnir's group of people found the corpse of their companion. The death was very cruel. There were also crows eating rotten corpses. Through the surrounding clues, there were also huge footprints underground. It can be deduced that the one who attacked them should be the beast. But fortunately, they were entangled with the beast and died. It's a lucky death. Then the team poured some wine on their corpses and hoped they could rest in peace. Mjolnir sent their souls to the place of reincarnation. At this time, Mjolnir found that there was a missing head in the corpse. His teammates said they might have been eaten. But Mjolnir found something wrong. There were scattered equipment terrain. They seemed to be running away and throwing things. But why did they run into the valley? With a group of men, they planned to go forward to see what was going on. The more they went, the more they found something wrong. This valley is not easy to run. If they ran away, would they go too far? At this time, Mjolnir suddenly found that there was only a teammate's head in front of him. This is when he realized this could be a trap and told his teammates to retreat. But it was too late. Countless beasts appeared behind them. The government was staring at them. Obviously, it was too late to retreat. So Mjolnir told his teammates not to panic. Let's build a shield wall first. This number of beasts can still be dealt with. Now find an opportunity to break through the encirclement. Then Mjolnir gave the whole team the power of life and the anti-alien enhancement. and Mjolnir gave the whole team the wind magic acceleration. The front row blocked the beast's attack. Mjolnir was outputting with other archers behind. But it didn't last long. A strange Chimera suddenly appeared. Mjolnir thought it was a small role, so he asked Mjolnir to deal with it, as long as it can help fight for a little time. But unexpectedly, Mjolnir overestimated his strength. Mjolnir was killed by Chimera directly, and Chimera knew that the last round was not over. Seeing this, Mjolnir collapsed. He was going to release the high-level magic directly, but unexpectedly, he was interrupted by a small beast. As a result, he was hit by the magic he released. Mjolnir was completely stunned. Unexpectedly, because of his carelessness and negligence, his teammates died. Mjolnir was deeply guilty. When he was about to be attacked by the beast, Mjolnir reacted instinctively and killed him with the highest level magic sword directly. And the passive of the magic sword is that it can 100% absorb the life of the devil and turn it into its own life. That is to say, Mjolnir can fight with this magic sword all the time. At this time, Mjolnir only has a full gun. With the power of the magic sword, Mjolnir killed the enemy blindly. After a while, Mjolnir killed all the enemies with a bug-level weapon. But what's the use of this? The most important partner has died. At this time, Lise called Mjolnir to cheer up. Hurry up and heal Mjolnir. Otherwise, he will die. So Mjolnir quickly applied healing magic to Mjolnir. He hoped he could wake up. Maybe he was too strong and felt dizzy for a while. Mjolnir fell to the ground and fell asleep. When Mjolnir woke up again, he found himself sleeping on the bed. Lise saw Mjolnir woke up and reported to Mjolnir. After the battle, we retreated. Mjolnir seemed to be scared away. And Mjolnir, you don't have to worry. He has temporarily escaped the danger of life. Mjolnir said, "That's great. I'm going to have a look." Lise suggested Mjolnir to take a rest. After all, Mjolnir is not awake yet, and Mjolnir's strength has been exhausted. Inevitably, Mjolnir had to lie on the bed and rest. He was reflecting on today's battle. If he had been more cautious or spent more time to send people to investigate the situation, he wouldn't have been trapped by the mist at the beginning. At this time, Mjolnir suddenly heard people outside discussing their business partners. They said he was a madman who was obviously weak, but he played with the strong. Maybe a few lives were not enough. Mjolnir realized that this was not a matter of tactics. In the end, it was me who was too lucky to Mjolnir. I thought he could deal with Chimera and give him the danger of life. I almost killed him. Then, Mjolnir came to Mjolnir's room and apologized to him. He blamed himself for not thinking thoroughly. He always thought he could do what he could. So he overestimated your strategy. At this time, Mjolnir made up his mind to kill the beast alone this time to protect the person he cherishes. After a while, Mjolnir walked alone on the way to defeat the beast. Unexpectedly, Mjolnir followed him. Mjolnir said he would solve everything alone. Whether it was Chimera or that group of beasts, he would kill them all. After all, I seem to be more like a monster than them. Mjolnir punched Mjolnir in the face to wake him up, but Mjolnir mocked Mjolnir for his strength. He couldn't keep up with me at all. Mjolnir was not convinced and attacked Mjolnir like crazy. He wanted to stop Mjolnir from doing stupid things alone. But no matter how he attacked, Mjolnir could easily defeat him and easily subdue Mjolnir. I thought he would give up, but unexpectedly, Mjolnir didn't give up. He released magic directly and intended to attack Mjolnir. Mjolnir thought he could easily dodge, but he suddenly realized that if he dodged, the stone would hit Mjolnir. Mjolnir had no choice but to take the attack. Mjolnir kicked Mjolnir with one kick. Mjolnir said, "You don't have to do this. We just met naturally." But Mjolnir didn't think so. He said we were friends. Since we are friends, we have to be fair. We will never abandon our friends. If a friend wants to do something stupid, of course we have to find a way to stop it. And I'm very happy. Thank you for saving me before. Don't worry, I will be stronger. Strong enough to catch up with you. I will soon prove that you are not a monster, but a slightly stronger ordinary person. Mjolnir was moved to tears. The prank was over. Then Mjolnir and Mjolnir returned to the village together. They saw Mjolnir came back safely. Loli also cried to Mjolnir. Then Mjolnir apologized to everyone and said he was fine. He has regained his strength. Rystov asked them if they were going to challenge again. Mjolnir firmly said yes. This time we must go all out. In order to boost morale, Mjolnir decided to reward the first-class adventurer, a coin. And the demon leader was rewarded with 10 gold coins. Just do it. In the next few days, Mjolnir spent a few days to reorganize the assault team and send people to scout for information several times to be fully prepared. And this time the battle plan is to attack directly. On this day, Mjolnir and his group were fully prepared to attack the demon. Soon, a group of demons appeared in front of them. Just in time, Mjolnir and the front row rushed forward to plan to kill the demon. By the way, provide the back row archers with output space. While planning to fight, Mjolnir kindly increased the team's life and resistance. In this way, under the fierce attack of Mjolnir, the demons were wiped out directly. Then they planned to find the demon leader Chimera and the demon leader's demon leader. At this time, Mjolnir found something wrong. It seemed that something was staring at them. Realizing that the situation was wrong, Mjolnir unleashed the magic that made the shadow disappear. In the next second, a huge Chimera appeared in front of them. Chimera first praised humans and found that his disguise was still a little skillful. Then, through dialogue, he relaxed Mjolnir's vigilance and planned to sneak attack Mjolnir. But Mjolnir didn't take it. "You're dead! You're dead! Grace Beam! I'll cover you! I'll protect you! I'll protect you! Gnome, take your feet off! Tie it up and tie it up!" Through the battle, the demon leader found that he couldn't kill Chimera at once, but had to kill 3 heads at a time before the battle could end. In this way, under the cooperation of the demon leader and Mjolnir, he successfully killed a head. Chimera, who felt threatened, Chimera was completely exhausted, released the power of the dragon, and released a large amount of poison gas. At this time, the male lead asked Menel to retreat back, and then he woke up by himself. Because the male lead has been eating the bread bestowed by the goddess of the earth since childhood, his body has long been poisoned. So the male lead rushed forward with a sword and planned to face Menel directly. In this way, the male lead and Menel killed Chimera together. And then the male lead planned to continue to look for the final boss demon leader. But when they came to the final room, they found that the demon leader had been killed by Reisutofu. This shocked the male lead, and he didn't expect Reisutofu to be so strong. And Reisutofu said, "It seems that this is a reward for not having gold coins." He didn't show the fatigue of killing the demon leader, and it looked like he killed the demon in a few seconds. As expected of Reisutofu, who is known as the passerby, who solved the demon leader of this forest. The forest here also became lively. This is what Menel planned to do after asking the male lead. The male lead said, "Let's deal with the postwork first." And Menel wanted to ask the male lead about what happened later. "You should be the leader." The male lead was shocked and said that he didn't think so. This shook Menel. It should be known that the male lead was blessed by the goddess of the light. At the same time, he was also recognized by the king and the temple. And the male lead did not use the military power of many adventurers. In the process of defeating the demon, the management and military power and command were basically taken by the male lead. If the male lead suddenly said no, it would definitely cause a lot of problems. This made the male lead a little dizzy, but this is also a goal worth working hard for in one's life. If the number of people increases and everything goes well, there may be a day when the dead may become a normal street full of laughter. That must be a very beautiful scene.